Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Becky Lynch may have angered a former WWE star, and now accusations are coming out against her from the woodwork. The ex-star has claimed that the star cried for 2 hours and then no-sold her finishing move at a bad moment. Former WWE star Lacey Evans was one of Becky Lynch's opponents during the star's big run in the company with 2 belts. However, Lynch and Evans' matches were not universally praised, and now the former Women's Intercontinental Champion has called Evans terrible in a recent interview. Evans, naturally, was not too happy about that. She has already fired back at Lynch. A fan asked her to put her in the Cobra Clutch, but she said it would just make her cry again. The fan also asked her to finish Lynch off with the women's right, Evans' finisher. To this, the star said she had tried to use the finisher on her, but had cried for 2 hours backstage beforehand. Then, when it came time to take the shot, the star no-sold the move. There have been times in WWE where Lynch has gotten up right after a women's right hit her. So that could be what Evans is referring to here. Whether she was upset about having to move backstage is not known, but it seems she was not happy, according to Evans. Evans is no longer with the company, and she has stepped away from her wrestling career. At this time, Lynch is a top name in WWE. She has not been winning world titles for a while, but has retained her main event level status. It remains to be seen what happens at Survivor Series. Becky Lynch legitimately accused of no-selling finishing move and crying for 2 hours. She got right up. In what has quickly become one of the most surprising and heated backstage stories of the week, Becky Lynch has found herself at the center of a storm involving legitimate accusations from within the wrestling world. A new wave of discussion erupted after a former colleague revealed that Lynch allegedly no-sold a major finishing move during a match early in her career, leading to confusion, frustration, and even real backstage tension. According to the veteran talent who shared the story, Lynch didn't just pop back up immediately after taking the impactful maneuver. She also became overwhelmed emotionally afterward, allegedly crying for 2 hours following the incident. The resurfaced account has gone viral among fans, sparking widespread debate regarding Lynch's professionalism, her evolution, and the pressures she faced as a rising performer desperate to prove herself. The story itself comes from an interview conducted by a longtime independent wrestling figure who reflected on Lynch's early days before she became the man. Before the world titles, before WrestleMania main events, and before she became one of WWE's most influential modern stars. In the recollection, the veteran described how a match was supposed to end with their signature finishing move, a strike reportedly known to knock the opponent out cold for the 3 count. However, according to the talent, Lynch immediately stood up afterward, unintentionally making the move look ineffective. What happened next, as the story goes, left an impression on everyone backstage. The source claimed that Lynch was devastated because she knew instantly that she had made a mistake and had undermined her opponent's credibility by getting up too soon. Overwhelmed by embarrassment, pressure, and the fear that she had damaged someone else's work, Lynch allegedly broke down in tears for an extended period. The veteran emphasized that Lynch wasn't being disrespectful, but rather inexperienced and too caught up in the moment. The mistake stayed with her long after the show ended. This revelation has led many fans to revisit Lynch's journey in WWE, recognizing that her path to superstardom wasn't glamorous or easy. Her early days on the independent circuit were filled with anxiety, doubt, and the struggle to master timing, psychology, and character work, tools she would later master to become one of the most accomplished women in WWE history. The resurfaced story adds a layer of humanity to Lynch's journey, showing her transformation from an uncertain young performer into one of the most confident and dominant personalities in the industry. Fans online have been divided in their reactions. Some argue that the story paints Lynch unfairly in a negative light, especially since it relates to a mistake made years before her WWE stardom. Supporters have pointed out that every wrestler, even the greatest of all time, has made some version of this mistake early in their career. Others say the account shows just how seriously Lynch always took the business and how deeply she cared about protecting the work and credibility of others. In their eyes, the tears were not a sign of weakness, they were proof of passion. Meanwhile, critics have seized the opportunity to reopen old debates about no-selling in wrestling, questioning how much responsibility lies on the performer taking the move versus the one delivering it. The conversation has also highlighted how dangerous the industry can be when timing breaks down, and how a small error can lead to major trust issues between talents. Interestingly, several former colleagues have come to Lynch's defense following the resurfaced interview. They have praised her commitment to learning, her respect for the craft, and the way she bounced back from that moment. According to many who trained with her, Lynch was always the type to push herself relentlessly, often being harder on herself than anyone else could be. They say this incident, rather than damaging her career, actually fueled her determination to become one of the best. Current WWE fans may find it hard to believe the Becky Lynch described in the old recollection. The Becky of today is polished, composed, and remarkably attuned to crowd psychology. She is known for elevating her opponents, not undermining them. Her WrestleMania main events and unrivaled connection with audiences prove how far she has come since those early independent days. Still, the revelation has captured attention because it contrasts sharply with the persona that Lynch embodies now. The woman who once accidentally no-sold a finisher and cried backstage is now the woman whose selling, storytelling, and ring leadership are widely praised by peers and legends. Her growth is undeniable. The story has also reignited conversations about the mental and emotional toll wrestlers experience behind the scenes. The pressure to perform perfectly, protect the credibility of others, and meet the expectations of promoters, trainers, and fans can be overwhelming, especially for young talent. Lynch's alleged 2-hour breakdown is a reminder that even future megastars begin as vulnerable, misunderstood performers trying not to make the wrong move. As the discussion spreads across social platforms, one thing has become clear. Becky Lynch's journey is far more complex and layered than even her most dedicated supporters may have realized. While critics continue to debate whether the incident reflects poorly on her, most fans see it as part of the evolution that shaped her into the global icon she is today. In wrestling, the single moment can define a career, or it can spark the beginning of a transformation. For Becky Lynch, the story serves not as a stain, but as a testament to how far she has come. From a tearful mistake to a Hall of Fame-bound legacy, her career stands as proof that growth often springs from the most painful moments. And today, the star accused of no-selling a finisher long ago is widely regarded as one of the most selfless, psychology-driven performers of her generation, capable of elevating anyone who steps into the ring with her. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.